Hello everyone. It's James again. And today, I want to talk about something very important. It's about us narcissistic abuse victims. Or survivors rather. Second guessing ourselves. And not trusting our gut instinct that something is wrong. And this can be in real basic situations. Such as someone making a nasty or rude comment to us for no reason at all. All of this happening right after having a good time with this person. And we walk away thinking, wow, what was that about? We think and think and think about that situation. Playing it over and over in our head. Thinking to ourselves about the situation in detail. And asking ourselves, am I just overreacting to the situation? Am I just being overly sensitive? Am I the one with the problem? I'm going to tell you. It's this second guessing that lines us right back up. Just like a target into crosshairs. To be abused all over again. Even if it's subtle abuse. And this can happen with someone you're dating. This can happen with a family member. Or this can happen with a new friend. Usually, however, this does happen with new people that enter your life. You find yourself getting along with them very well. You hang out all the time. You seem like you have a lot in common. You playfully joke around with one another. Nothing too heavy. But just enough to keep the humor going and to keep things fun and flowing. And believe it or not, you as the survivor of narcissistic abuse. No matter it be you were raised in a narcissistically abusive home. Or you were dating or married to a narcissist. Or both. You actually like this. You enjoy this verbal horsing around. It makes you feel cared for and human. Now let me explain something. There is something about two friends. Or buddies. That joke around with each other that make one feel connected. And also if you are dating someone and you have a witty sense of humor and they appear to have one as well. And you joke around with each other. There's something about this that warms your soul when it's playfully done and makes you feel like you have a normal life. And for us narcissistic abuse survivors, we oftentimes get a false sense of security. Thinking, wow, this person is really my friend. And they really care about me. We are super close. Then out of nowhere is when things change. This person will seem to for no reason cross the line and say something really horrible to you. And I mean this comes literally out of left field. And you might not even be joking or horsing around at the time this happens. They might call you a loser for wearing the brand new shoes you have on your feet. And then start laughing at you. They might just walk up to you and call you a dummy for wearing a new gray blazer. And they might say all of this right in front of people. And somehow this joking around seems hurtful. You've joked around before. And before though there was these little jabs here and there. They seem to be all in fun. And easy to tell they really didn't mean them. And usually there's an element to let the person know how you really feel. Such as, I'm just joking man. That's a real sharp blazer. Or I was just kidding. Congratulations on your promotion. Great job. You are really moving up in the world. That's really cool. After a little bit of harmless joking around. This is no problem. And like I said before, it's this normal, harmless joking around that makes normal people feel connected to each other. And it really helps narcissistic abuse survivors feel connected as well. But what happens when a grown adult just cuts you down for no reason? They seem to shift gears on you and cross the line. Seemingly for no reason. And they take the best attribute of you and cut it to pieces. And they offer no. Hey, I'm really kidding. That's really good for you. I'm happy for this new thing in your life. No. Not at all. They just cut you to pieces. And you put this half-hearted smile on your face as if to fake that your skin is thick and you can take the bullying. But wait a minute. Why should you have to sit there and take someone bullying you? But this goes back to our thinking that doesn't serve us well as narcissistic abuse survivors. This new person comes into our life. No matter it be a friend or a dating partner. They make us feel like we are on top of the world. Then out of nowhere they take the best thing about us and cut it to pieces. And we are left thinking, what is going on here? And then the mental self-doubt goes back and forth. Because you see our gut reaction. Our first gut reaction is right. We are thinking, wow, that was way across the line what that person said or did. And again, this gut feeling is dead on correct. I mean, think about it. You've spent 6 months around this person. Having fun. Joking and laughing. And every time you walk away with high spirits and feel like you have the best friend or buddy or dating partner in the world. The joking is just fine by you. And it's the 6 months of joking around that shows you don't have thin skin. Someone with thin skin wouldn't be able to joke naturally and understand its true meaning. People with thin skin can't tell when someone is really happy for them or not. So if you've known this person for a while and you quite enjoy their sense of humor, as they enjoy yours, you don't have thin skin. And your gut is serving you well. By telling you this last interaction you've had with this person was wrong. And more than likely in a way was a do-do test. No matter if this person is a narcissist or not. You see, the average person that says something out of line usually catches it right away. And can cover it up well. With "Hey man, I didn't really mean that. I'm actually very happy for this, that and the other you have going on." Or, "I'm sorry, that might have came out wrong. I was just kidding when I said that. I hope you understand. I really do think those are some cool new shoes. I was just giving you a hard time." But when someone that calls you a friend, or someone that you are dating, that you're supposed to be close to, for no reason at all throws out a hurtful insult, they know exactly what they are doing. And in most cases they are waiting for your reaction. Just like in my videos, the narcissist do test. And when they see you grin and bear it, and play it off like nothing is going on, they know they have you. And at this point they will toy with you. They will treat you nice for a time. To get your hopes up. The previous incident was just a mistake. Then out of nowhere again they will say something that makes you hurt inside. And these people can see the hurt on your face. That's why they do it. And your gut each and every time gives you the response you need to pay attention to. Think about it. All the other fun times where you are joking around with this person, your gut feels fine and you walk away with high spirits. But this time, you feel like someone punched you in your gut. You feel uncomfortable. And you feel like, wow, that really crossed the line. And in feeling and thinking this way is correct. It's 100% correct. But we go home. And we think about it every day for 2 weeks straight. Am I just overreacting? Maybe they didn't mean it. Maybe it's just me. No. That was way across the line. Then back to maybe I don't have thick enough skin. Then this person treats us nice again. Back to the simple fun and joking around. And we think to ourselves, I guess my gut was wrong. See, everything is okay. Then 2 months later, we are hit with another uncomfortable situation. And our gut tells us it's wrong. And we go right through the second guessing cycle all over again. And this is how we stay stuck with people that really don't care about us. Because people that do this know exactly what they are doing. They see us as a joke. Because they know what they would do if someone treated them like that. They would either tell them to go to hell right there, or they would just stop talking to this person. Or be too busy to spend time with them. Until that person just drifted away. In my opinion, the latter option is the best. Because telling someone like this to go to hell and getting all worked up usually feeds them narcissistic supply, and that is exactly what they want. Usually it's best to walk away knowing in your heart what really took place. And just stop talking to this person. Just stop. But this is how easy it is for us to ignore the truth. For us to ignore what our body and soul is telling us what's going on. It's sad as a society. People are shamed for trusting their gut. But in the end their gut is usually right. I mean, how many times have you heard? If you have a gut feeling you're being cheated on, then you probably are. But when you are in that situation, you are called paranoid. So you fall back asleep, so to speak. Then 6 months later you accidentally stumble upon evidence that you've been cheated on during the entire relationship. Or the other one I've talked about here on this channel in relationship to men's issues. When men aren't happy about their girlfriend or wife going to a bar or nightclub with just their girlfriends, leaving them at home on purpose. Now keep in mind, this is a man that doesn't have a problem with his girlfriend or wife hanging out with her girlfriends, having dinner with them, spending time with them. He actually thinks it's great they have friends to do things with. And guess what? His spirits are high. He has this great girlfriend or wife that has nice friends. Then out of nowhere he's hit with. They are going to a nightclub for ladies' night and he's asked to stay home. Guess what will happen? His gut will scream at him, telling him this is bad news. This is wrong and disrespectful on so many levels. But this woman and her friends' boyfriends or husbands convince him he's just overreacting. And he doesn't have thick enough skin. And this is just the way of the world. So she likes going out to this bar or nightclub so much. This lady and her girlfriends are now going every other week. And 6 months later, this man stumbles upon evidence she's now seeing a man she met at the nightclub. You see, here we had this man with his gut screaming at him. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. But because society and everyone around him convinced him out of this feeling, the worst case scenario happened. And this can happen across the board. A young lady that was raised in a narcissistically abusive home, that lost all of her friends to her narcissistic parents' smear campaigns, now makes new friends. And out of nowhere they start taking jabs at things they excel at for no reason. And their gut says this is wrong. But they second guess themselves. Now, just to be fair here, some narcissistically abused victims can be overly sensitive, just like the narcissist. It can and does happen, where everything someone may say to you you might see as a slight. You don't want to be caught in this mode of thinking and feeling. I've seen where some recovering from narcissistic abuse would take even the nicest thing said as a possible slam on their abilities. But this is the extreme. What we are talking about is those of us that are recovering from narcissistic abuse. And we are fitting into life fairly normally. And the fun times and joking is actually seen as a positive by us. We enjoy feeling like we belong for once in our life. And someone like the example I just gave of this young lady is being insulted by her new so-called friends. And her gut telling her this is wrong. And in this case her gut would be 100% correct. Think about it. What do you think would happen if you walked up to anyone you know and say whatever this one person said to you? But instead you said it to them or someone else. I mean, you really crossed the line and said this really terrible or awful thing to them. Well, I'm going to tell you what would happen. You would probably lose a friend right on the spot. A healthy person that has a normal family to go home to would probably never talk to you again. Because growing up in a normal home has taught them how to do one thing us narcissistic abuse survivors never learned. It's how to trust your gut. You see, when people that grew up normally were confronted with these types of things as a child or teenager, they could talk to their close adult family members about such things, namely their parents. And their parents would confirm over and over again their gut instinct was right. They would say, "Stay away from that person. They are bad news." Or they would tell them, "A real friend would never say that to a real friend. They don't care about you." Over time this would sink in. So once they are an adult, and it happens again, trusting this gut instinct is as sharp as a knife. The other thing to think about is, Would you dare say that horrible thing to a best friend or even a stranger? That's right, you wouldn't dare. And why wouldn't you dare say that to them? Because it's wrong. So if you know it's wrong, I'm sure they do too. And if they know it's a horrible thing to say to someone and they choose to say it to you, how does that reflect on how they feel about you and your friendship with them? Forget about the nice treatment beforehand. Forget about the nice treatment they might give you later. If someone would purposefully say something they know will hurt you for the sake of entertainment, this person isn't your friend. This person isn't your anything. And your gut is right. And just like the normal person from the normal family that gets to use this gut instinct with their trusted parents around guiding them as a child, you as an adult need to act like your own parent. And tell yourself, you have no time in life to be treated this way. Joke or not, you are too busy. Your time is too valuable to even think about this. And that obviously this person doesn't care about how you think or how you feel. This person doesn't care about losing you as a friend. Because you know in your heart you wouldn't dare say something like this to anyone, let alone a best friend or someone you're dating. Be the parent your gut needs. Guide yourself just like a healthy parent would guide his or her child to a successful life. Because a good parent knows teaching a child this skill is important, as it will keep them away from bad people. And when you are away from bad people, you can become very successful in anything you try in life. And this life you make will turn out to be a happy one, instead of one filled with despair, self-doubt, and pain. Like I always say, knowledge is power. The more we know, the more we can live happy and healthy lives. Until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.